For those of you who watched my first video, my name is Alessandro, which means Alexander. Let's get to the last part of this video series about this Alessandro patch, or this Alexander patch that I made. Let's talk about some of the science behind this patch. We're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about durability. We're going to talk about cosmetics, right? We're also going to talk about the ease of this patch. So starting off, the board that we use, which everybody calls drywall, some people call it plasterboard, some people call it gypsum, right? Because in between, sandwiched between these two pieces of paper is gypsum. And gypsum is created, or the board gypsum is created by a slurry. And the slurry is basically, they take gypsum, they mix it up, and they add plaster of Paris, and it strengthens it up. And then they aerate it, they add some air to it so that it's not as heavy, because solid gypsum is very heavy. So they add air to this so it's a little lighter. And I'm gonna show you if you can see the air pockets there. Turn it this way. See, those are a bunch of air pockets that are created when the slurry is mixed before they create the board, all right? So the board is light because of the way the slurry is, but it's still durable, okay? When you put the sheetrock on the wall, we use screws or nails to mechanically adhere this to your frame. The frame could be wood, or it could be a metal, it could be concrete, whatever you have, whatever the medium has. To mechanically add this to something, you have to use some type of a fastener, okay? The patch that I'm talking about is a patch that is a smaller patch, small area. You could actually do a bigger patch with this style of patching, but a bigger patch. Let me tell you why this is stronger. I'm not saying the other patches aren't strong. They are strong, they are durable, but they're not as strong. This is a stronger way of doing it. So on a regular patch, typically there's a recut from this surface and it's put together, right? And not a lot of mud gets in between that, because most of the mud is on the tape that's on top of here. So the tape is, in a lot of people's mind, what creates the structural integrity of this or their patch, which is not true. Tape is only for cosmetics, 100%. It has no structural value. If you took this and you put enough pressure on this, the tape will tear, okay? Because there is no physical restraint from this. You know, these two planes right here, they are not inhibited by each other, right? So first and foremost, that's the problem. You don't have enough mud in between this and the tape on top to create a strong enough bond that is stronger than the style that I'm creating. And then what most people do is, to keep this from happening, they put backing behind here, right? And the backing, you put a screw on this and then you put a screw on this. What happens is when you put a screw anywhere, it weakens this gypsum. That's weak once you put a screw or anything in it. It's weaker than if you had nothing in it, right? So that's the problem. Now with the style that I'm talking about, that I've been doing for years, you see this? And then this angle right here? These two planes coincide. They conflict. That means even without any mud on this, it would be hard for you to pass this plane, these two physical planes, right? But what happens is, as I showed you in the first video, I use all-purpose. All-purpose mud is a solid, strong, rigid mud, right? So when you create a full seal like you saw I created, and you put these together, right? This is actually 25 to 30% stronger than this actual board itself. So if you were to take this board and try to snap it in half, this seam would stay stronger than the rest of it, all right? Then you don't need paper on here because it's just cosmetics. Paper is not necessary. Because there is plaster of Paris in the mud that you use, that is strong enough for that bond. And this will never penetrate. Remember, on your wall, all the pressure of the air and the AC and the heat pushes downward into the wall. When you have this, that pressure can affect this more than this. And then to put backing is just a wasted amount of time, wasted effort, and it's extra. So what I'm saying is, keep doing whatever style of patching you do. If you use the California style or you use, the backing style, that's fine. I'm just saying this is a faster, quicker, smarter way of patching with less time. And it's intelligent. I'm not just doing it because I want to be better than anyone else. It's an intelligent way to do it. So why not take a chance and do a smarter, faster, better looking way of patching without the extra hassle of getting a piece of wood and having to screw it behind this. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, hope you guys learned something today. Have a good one. Take it easy. Bye.